Welcome to Hanging with the Hooligans. I am Chuck Bailey. Tonight, I am followed with Doug and Alex. James, unfortunately, is not with us tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, I thought he was going to make his guest appearance in the last episode, but no.
He,
Guest appearance.
yeah, he may or may not show up. Probably not, because
It's 9:39 and the kiddos have school tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming, but hey, we got
yeah, we're doing a spicy weekday recording. So,
Yeah.
what's the deal with two-factor authentication?
It's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's the dumbest shit. Like, at some point, all companies decided, like, hey, you need your accounts to be more secure.
I'm going to say this, World of Warcraft did it first.
Hey, your account could be safer. Now click all the bicycles.
I think that's when you get it wrong, too. Like,
well, I hate those because I am always like looking at some of them and I'm like, that has like the tail end of a bicycle. Does
Yeah,
that fucking count?
It's like, how much am I putting there?
God. Am I a robot?
and it's like whatever one you chose in that moment where there's like half of something in there, it's always wrong.
Yep.
It's like, no, there was part of a bicycle in there, or no, that wasn't a bicycle. That we meant a whole bicycle.
Stupid computer, check again.
Turn the lizard till it matches the other one. God, fucking just let me go.
Like you gotta do like an upside down gecko or something like that. Yeah. It's...
just take all my cookies, damn it. Just let me go.
What annoys me is like, okay, what the fuck is my password for then? If you're like, okay, so now we sent you a text message, go ahead and send us the code. Like, fuck you, it's the right password, just let me fucking log in,
right.
dude.
And then the hard thing too is that like it's, only people that are able to have access to their cell phone are able to do that sort of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
God, I just noticed how dirty my windows.
What the fuck?
Another brilliant segue.
What's the deal with Windows?
Why are they breaking apart?
So, I know we're gonna save the Fallout episode for the Fallout episode, but because I watched Fallout, I've started playing Fallout 4.
Started or restarted?
Starting.
Ooh.
Oh my god, I'm so bored.
What?
I resorted to mods almost immediately.
Really?
Yeah, it's just there's so much to do that I don't know what to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well,
It's just...
Don't you just follow the main storyline?
I don't know any of this. I mean, I don't know the lore behind the whole thing. I mean...
You don't have to.
I mean, you kind of want to. I mean,
well, yeah,
lore is kind of the whole part. It builds the...
But you find out more of the lore.
I have
to talk
I
to
am.
people and read things. That's basically,
I am. It's just there's so much to do. Like, aren't they still putting updates out on this fucking game?
No, they just recently did the next gen update. That's basically it.
Well, they came out with 76 after Fallout 4, which is like the MMO.
Right.
Yes, but if you were to reinstall your Fallout 4 right now, there would be an update because it's the next gen update.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you have a bunch of crazy mods, it will probably fuck them up. And
yes.
Those mods are probably done.
Okay, yeah, you are correct. Yeah, they did just recently do a big update.
I mean, I am playing it on the PS5, and I am playing the PS5 version, and so far mods are still working.
Well,
mods are very limited on the Sony system too, I think.
Well, it gives me enough to where it's like I have something that if I want to fuck around, I can do that. But it doesn't like, I mean, you could be way overpowered if you wanted to be. I did see that there's like a bunch of experience cheats in the cheat room or whatever. But.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even worry about that. Like, that's like, to be honest, it doesn't take away from the game experience that much to like give yourself all the perks or give yourself a bunch of perks, but also or just give yourself put yourself to like level 10 right away, because this game, the way it starts you out, like you can't even get as many perk points as the other games start you at, where you could be average. Mm-hmm. It's like You got to be lacking in like 2 or 3 skills, I think, usually for Fallout 4.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I'm trying to see. I play on PC, so I am able to do a shit ton of mods too. But I don't. I've pretty much just played this game vanilla as much as I can.
Yeah, so from my experience, this is on the PS4 though with those mods, and the I think the mod experience was the best on the PlayStation 4 at least. So I'm thinking the 5 should be the same, but it is a next gen console that's pretty close to a PC. It's basically like a bad PC. So they might have the ability, they might not have the limitation that the PS4 did where they're like, "No, you can only play with our assets." So like you couldn't make Death Claws into My Little Pony or whatever. But do you
Nothing
have?
like being beat down by Michael Mann, Randy Savage.
Yeah,
I mean, I've never tried to do that. I didn't explore the mods that much. I just wanted cool outfits, stuff like that.
yeah. You just access. You wanted to get out of that vault suit right away. Okay,
Well,
so tell me, when you got out of the vault, what was the first thing you did?
I went to my former house and killed some rad roaches.
Okay, so all right, so
I followed the main storyline.
you follow main storyline. You got the power armor suit. You came all the way back to the settlement, and you got your
No, that's what I
settlers.
was gonna ask. I was gonna be like, what did you do after that?
I went to the cheat room.
You went to the cheat room.
I got tired of the fucking vault suit.
He like started the main quest and was like, no.
Dude, I'm already at Vault 88. I don't know what you want from me.
Well, so
Which is a DLC thing.
What do you
It's
mean?
like way down far the map.
What do you mean already? You could just go there as soon as the game starts.
Well, isn't it kind of harder to get to that area?
I mean, you have to travel all the way down there, right? I mean, do you have?
That's the thing that I thought was funny about the game because you were like, there's so much stuff to do. I'm like, what did you do when you got out of there? Did you just go? They get the little markers like go check on your house, and you're like, no, I'm gonna go this way.
Well, number one,
Well, you
typically is learn
how.
how to play the game, and I am not a shooter type game guy, and I really struggle with that. So I've made my character a melee guy, so it's a little slower, I guess, because I have to get to these people because I don't want to fucking shoot. But and that's what's kind of saving me is it's making me kind of think about how I approach rather than just run up on people.
So you're a sneak and punch.
But also,
But if they find me, it's just go time.
this is the one game. I mean, it's not the one game, but this is also one of those games where you don't have to worry about being a bad shooter because there's that thing called VATS, where it like locks in on a thing for you. But I believe you have to level your perception and your agility to really like get a good. So if you ever wanted to be like a gunslinger, for example, like the ghoul on the show.
Yeah. I didn't add any experience or anything. I went in there and I went and got the clothes that I wanted and some cool looking weapons. That was basically.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even worry about that. Like I said, who gives a fuck
So-
if who gives a fuck if you add experience? Because playing it vanilla is so funny. Like I did that for streaming recently, and I think I had my endurance too low, and I was getting like one shotted by like the funniest shit because I was like because I didn't level my endurance enough in the beginning. Like when you choose your special points.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is wrong? Because this is not usually how it is when I play. And, gosh, like, I forgot what the difficulty was at, too, but it's not like it's a super high difficulty. But, yeah, also, that can be kind of tedious when you're playing this game, too. Like, trying to, because it's not just, in other games, you have your stats, and, like, that's it. You could choose a perk to add to your stat in the other games. This game, they're like, no, you have to level that stat high enough to reach this perk you might want. So, say you want the ability to like be a local leader and pretty much have a faction where you could have like a store front and sell stuff. It's like you need a certain amount of charisma for that, you know, which is ridiculous because in the other game, well, settlement building wasn't a thing, but basically you would just be able to choose a stat, and it's like there would be some qualifiers like you don't have a high enough charisma for that stat, So it would like basically never show up in your fucking gameplay though. So you wouldn't know that you're missing that either. So, um, yeah, that's the whole thing too about this game where, yeah, it just like right away you're limited on like just your character build from the start.
Yeah. Well, I loved character creation. That's been my favorite part so far.
Yeah, it was a cool character creator. I don't. It, I know you just started. What I hate is like you could try to like it's really hard to make your character not look like the base character once you
Yep.
like try it like again and
I
again.
think I went with like phase 3 just so I wouldn't be the same one.
Yeah, because like if you notice all the NPCs kind of look the same, you're
Yeah.
like, you look kind of like me but different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm mostly playing it because like I loves this or Chuck loves this game, right? So I was like, if I do this, this is something we could actually have a real conversation about.
Yeah, Fallout 4. It's not my favorite, but it is like it's it's their Skyrim. So there's so much you
Yeah.
could do once you get the hang of it, and then I mean, obviously, I would have like suggested the other games.
I would highly recommend Fallout New Vegas.
Well, I mean I have it because you bought it on my PlayStation account.
Yeah.
New Vegas?
So no, not
No,
New
Fallout
Vegas,
4.
Fallout
Okay.
4. So it was a way of getting into the game without having to purchase anything, and it came with all the DLCs free, and so
That's awesome.
yeah. So
Well,
I
it's
bought
because
all
I bought.
my DLCs.
Oh no, because I bought them all. Yeah.
well, it said they were free. It didn't say that they were purchased. But
Yeah. No, I bought them all.
okay.
I bought them all right away. When I got the game, because I was like, oh fuck,
Oh,
yeah.
see, I bought Fallout 4 when it came out, and then I bought the DLCs as they came out too.
No, we didn't even have a PS4 when when that game came out. So it was like after they had already made all the DLC. But no, that's cool. I mean, the thing that like the only thing there's so much I can complain about with Fallout 4 that's like kind of damaging to like an RPG. Like no matter what, you're a little bit screwed into this character, this pre-war character
Mhm.
that they forced you into being that. Where it's like and also the dialogue's a lot more limited than the other Fallout games. And
They very much streamlined it.
yeah,
In every game, are you a vault dweller or?
basically.
That's
okay.
well, yeah, except for New Vegas thus far, it seems.
New Vegas, I mean, well, it makes me wonder why are you wearing that vault suit in the beginning? But yeah, I think
that's right, you are, huh?
yeah, you have the Vault 21, but I think it's open ended to whether or not you actually want to be a vault dweller because I think Vault 21's a hotel or something.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
also, I think the story is you're a courier, so I mean, I think most couriers just wear whatever the hell they can find.
They basically Fallout New Vegas is one of the only games where they don't do the whole thing where you're in the vault. Now you're exiting the vault.
Yeah, no, this one
Okay.
that one's where it's like
You know what?
fucked over.
I vaguely remember that. Like I remember you trying. God, because the overseer. No, not the overseer. No, I'm thinking of something else. Then
No, go ahead, just say it.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
some famous actor played the overseer in one of the games that I'm trying to remember.
Oh,
Liam Neeson plays your dad.
Yep, Liam Neeson plays your dad in Fallout 3.
Fallout
That
3,
was
yes.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty good one too. It is,
Yeah.
however, like I think it's their first 3D one, so it's
Yeah. It's Bethesda's first 3D
It's-
one.
I think it's like just after they released, not after release, but I think it's their next release after Elder Scrolls
Oblivion.
Yeah, Oblivion. There
Yep.
we go. Thank you.
Yeah, I actually like the character model design in Fallout 3 and New Vegas more. But yeah, it's so funny. So a lot of people, if you ever talk to people about Fallout, like gamers about Fallout, they're just gonna jack off a lot about New Vegas.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the unfortunate thing. But here's okay.
It is really
I'm
good.
gonna jerk it off real quick here, okay? And
Oh, what a Fallout fan.
New Vegas is just a shit ton of fun. It just
Yeah.
really is. And I feel like it's better than 3 just because it's it took 3 and just added. It basically gave it the update that it needed. You
Right.
know, because if I remember, Fallout 3 came out when there was like I think it was like PlayStation 3s.
They're both PlayStation 3.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like as in they. I think it was. I want to say like where you didn't have internet to update the game, if that makes sense. Like you bought the game, it was on a disc, and you put it in your PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Like so New Vegas was that next release of it. So it was like if the internet, if your PlayStation was connected to the internet at that time, it would have updated it to like New Vegas without having to buy New Vegas. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
technically, they did have actual DLC back then. That's like, Point Lookout and the Pit.
No, yeah, those are good.
And there's actually a huge point of contention in Fallout 3 where, I argue with people about this all the time because people will talk about this DLC called the Pit. That's where you go to Pittsburgh in Fallout 3. And there's this basically it's a Mandela effect where people say there's a baby for some reason in this map, and a lot of people will say that you can eat the baby. And this is something I distinctly remember doing, playing Fallout 3 in New Vegas, because my character's a cannibal. And I saw
Yeah.
that option come up, and I'm like, no fucking way, dude. So I ate the baby, and it like aggroed everybody, and I murdered everyone in the fucking area. It basically like ruined the quests I was doing.
Yeah.
And it's really crazy because now people try to tell me that was a mod. And I was like, I played on the Xbox 360. Well, and people were like, "Oh, then it was updated out of the game, and you can't do that." And I was like, "But like, I wasn't connected to the internet when I did that. Like, this is when I was living in North Park, not connected to the internet."
Mm-hmm.
And so some people actually think that was a thing, but Bethesda was like, this is too far, and like took it out of the game.
On second thought, this is a bad idea.
Which is crazy because Fallout 3 is one of the Fallout is a brutal. If you've seen the show,
yeah,
it's pretty brutal. But like it's one of those things like I kind of forget until I was playing Fallout 3 before the show came out because I was excited for it, and I was like, oh yeah, I can enslave people,
Yep.
which includes like young adults that just stop being children, and also one quest where there is a child that you enslave.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
literal
nah.
human trafficking.
It's yeah.
I mean, it makes sense for the world that it is, I guess.
Yeah, it's post-apocalyptic, really fucked up. You do it for a couple caps.
So then, Alex, are you gonna continue playing Fallout 4 then?
I'm trying.
Okay.
Yeah. I either need to get good or I'm just gonna stop.
Here's the thing: you can play the game however the hell you feel like. Like you can be a stealthy person that punches people. You can be a stealthy person that has to take a long time to aim and shoot somebody in the head. You know what I mean?
I'm a sword guy.
Well, yeah, and exactly, you can be that in there. So,
Yeah.
like, I guess I'm Fallout standing right now.
Yeah. So if you want to do the melee build, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to level endurance and strength, and then I forget what the mission is. It might be free now. There is if not don't look at the mods, but go to the create. Well, actually, you could go to mods too, to get an actual sword. But I know like Bethesda has an actual like you get a Skyrim sword mission that I thought they added to the game, but no, they just added random missions I haven't gotten yet. Where you basically go to a comic book store and you have to have this downloaded though and do this whole quest, and like at the end of the quest you get a sword, like a real sword. Because otherwise,
I'm
like,
gonna have to look that one up.
yeah, otherwise you can get like the blacksmith perk and like soup up a bat and
Yep.
stuff like, or a piece of wood to be like a cool melee
I
thing.
mean, they had Chinese swords available. The colonial sword, and I think that's what I've been using the one that I think is supposed to say insane range, just because I think that one's funny.
Well, and also in
Yeah.
well, in Fallout 2, you also get Fallout 4, you get companions, and you could even have companions that shoot. So you could be like Neil from fucking Living or fucking what's that show called?
Negan.
Negan, there we go. Why
Yeah.
did I say Neil?
Well, I got the DLC, the automaton. Yeah, the automaton fucking DLC, so I can. I built my own like robot, and he's super fucked up looking.
Did you know Codsworth, the guy, your robot you meet when you go back to your house?
I didn't. I mean, I knew he could be a companion, so I guess I could assume that he could attack. I mean, he has these saw blades hanging out.
Yeah,
So.
no, take
And a
him
flamethrower.
to your
And a
workshop.
flamethrower.
Take him to your workshop and just add shit to him.
Okay, we'll do.
I never thought of doing this when I played the Automaton DLC recently, but I saw someone, because this game's, like I said, it's fucking blown up since the show.
Yeah.
Someone took Codsworth to a workshop, gave him fucking arms and legs, and I can't unsee it, dude. It's the funniest shit, dude.
Well, didn't he also make him like an Uber, just a death machine? Like,
he just, I just imagine like a metal Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, and of course there's a thing you could do with Mr. Handy's where like they tell you jokes. So you're like, was just in the middle of a fight, and he asks Mr. Handy to tell him a joke, and like a fucking card's blowing up in the background while he's telling a joke. The video is actually on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it was called Codsworth. Codsworth says a banger or tells a banger.
That's fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, I don't fuck with companions usually. Like in New Vegas, I usually collect them all and fucking send them to my hotel.
Yeah.
But it's cool because like you're into like the forest and building and stuff like that. So you could settlement build even though it's not intuitive as the forest, but you can still build your like settlement and like send collect companions and send them to different places. Like there's that Sims element to it.
Right.
And they can also get raided on occasion, so you gotta go. Well, you don't have to defend them, but you can set up turrets and just watch them and totally annihilate armies.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fun.
That's why I went to Vault 88, just because I could build my own vault essentially. Where I think there's.
Oh, is that where you get? Oh.
Yeah.
No shiz.
And
Okay.
by the way, I didn't know going in, so my low-leveled ass had to fucking somehow kill a Mirelurk queen and a king and a bunch of other fucking crazy-ass monsters.
That's amazing. Did you just like sneak all the way the fuck down there? Or?
No, I had to like start shooting from like a perched area. There was no way I was gonna kill those things.
Yeah, I've noticed when I'm like super desperate in Fallout 4, I usually just start throwing all the explosives I have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the character I'm building, he's not using a whole lot of modern stuff. I kind of just was using what I had on hand, just the stuff that I was picking up recently.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to just be like, I'm the sword guy. I'll be the sword guy.
Well, you should pick up everything because even if you're not going to use it, just sell it.
Yep.
Right.
And good for scraps too.
I just the over encumbered. I think I'm just gonna use like one of those mod rings because I'm tired of being over encumbered.
Yeah, or like using the cheat room, you could like level your strength up enough and get the strong back strong back perk, and I'll add a bunch.
Like 50% to your thing,
Yeah.
Unless you're carrying like way too much shit to where like in the modded game, like there will be times where I'm carrying like all the scrap I ever need to build a settlement ever. Because like in the vanilla game, you'll collect a bunch of junk and you'll put it at one settlement, and you're like, sweet. Then you get a new settlement somewhere, and you're like, oh yeah, you want to start building. And you're like,
now I
oh,
gotta transfer everything.
all that junk is at that other settlement. So either have to have that perk I was telling you about, where you're, good at your settlement stuff, and then you send another guy over to that settlement, or you cheat because you're like, I've already played this game vanilla before. Fuck that. I have everything, every piece of junk already on me.
Yeah.
That's kind of why they have those rings.
Well, the thing that pissed me off was, I mean, as soon as you get the settlement thing, you get the option to start breaking apart shit, right? And I was like, "Oh, you need ceramic." I was like, "Where the fuck am I gonna find ceramic?" So then it's like, "Oh, okay. Oh, look, coffee cups." And then I gotta keep finding coffee cups, and it's like
Toilets.
Well, see,
Oh,
okay,
toilets.
I
Yeah,
always play games where I pick everything up. If it's a
yeah,
dead body, I pick everything up off of
yeah.
it.
But with Fallout, there's so
Well,
much to
and
pick up.
that's my issue too. So what I found is basically find one body, store stuff in
Oh my
it, and then come
god.
back to it.
Well, what's useful is you can store things on companions, so I have been trying to do that,
Load them up.
especially with my new Brobot. He's got a lot of storage capacity now.
There's also this thing I saw someone do recently where I was like, oh god, that's really smart. Because I've messed around with like dropping a heavy thing I had in my inventory and then picking it up with that command where you could press one of the buttons and it like will pick up an object
Fucking
and it
what?
will be floating. Okay, so you basically have like this telekinesis ability in all the Bethesda games.
Oh, okay.
So whether it's Elder Scrolls or Fallout,
I think I remember you doing
you
that
could
for Skyrim.
yeah, you could pick stuff up and like flip it around or whatever. So what you could do technically is say you have a gun on you that's too heavy, you could drop it, pick it up, and like just carry it with you. It will be floating in front of you as you run. But what I saw this one dude do that was pretty smart. He dropped a bunch of guns that he had in his inventory into a shopping cart, then picked up the shopping cart. Just-
Oh, okay.
That's smart as shit.
yeah, I was like, oh man, that is so cool. Because like I thought, because I would never try to pick up the shopping cart.
I didn't even know you could.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. That's
Oh.
the extra thing Bethesda does is really smart. Like they have a new game called Starfield,
Yeah.
where it's supposed to be like No Man's Sky or it's cool because they worked with NASA on like mapping planets and stuff and moons and
Okay.
stuff, and so like you could actually explore our solar system in that game along with like a bunch of other solar systems.
You know what planet I'm not going to? Earth.
What game was that?
That's Starfield,
Okay.
and and Earth is also ruined in that game. It was like the atmosphere disappeared and like it's just a desert now.
Well, so, sorry, are we off of Fallout?
Oh no, just mentioning that because
That's the other Bethesda.
yeah, basically. What do you have? You want to bring something up?
Well, I was just gonna say, have you guys heard of Liberty Prime?
The robot?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you did. Have you heard? Sorry.
Okay.
I am sorry, viewers. I need to project onto this mic. Have you guys heard of Liberty Prime? And
I
Chuck
have
says
not.
yes. Okay. Yeah, keep playing until you find Liberty Prime, or you could even cheat and just go onto YouTube and look up Liberty Prime. It is amazing and hilarious. You will love it. That's all I have to say about continuing to play Fallout 4.
He doesn't. Yeah, I guess he doesn't want to spoil Liberty Prime.
No, not at all. Are you kidding? That's why I'm saying, like, you either watch the YouTube video,
Good,
or you just play
'cause-
the game until you get to that point because it is amazing.
I mean, there is a good amount of this game that is spoiled for me because when it came out, we were staying at our buddy Gilbert's place. When we were
Gilbert
homeless.
didn't get very far into it though.
We got to the institute at least.
Yeah, like so
Okay,
what?
so-
The big reveal was revealed.
Yeah, so what he's asking you about specifically, have you? So you met the Minutemen, right?
I am now the leader of the Minutemen.
Okay, so and did you meet the Institute yet?
No.
Okay, so did you meet the Brotherhood of Steel yet?
No, I've been working on Vault 88.
Okay, so did you meet the Railroad yet?
No.
Okay, so do you have any idea what faction you're gonna side with?
Didn't I just sign on with the Minutemen?
For now.
Yeah, so when I play Fallout 4, I do side with the Minutemen specifically because they make me the leader, and like I'm already building all these settlements. Unless I do, because in Nuka World you could be a raider leader, so that's the other alternative I do.
Oh.
Well, Preston
that could be
seems like a
fun.
pretty decent guy so far for the world they're living in.
Oh yeah, nah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Preston's the.
So I was like, all right, if the first playthrough is the moral one, then I'll stay with the Minutemen.
And I mean, they're not bad. I mean, it's fun when you get the flare gun because then you get like 3 Minutemen just pop out of nowhere and start shooting people. It's amazing.
Which is funny because they need to recruit people.
Well, yeah. I think
It's
that
like,
doesn't come out until much later into like after you get like 3 settlements. I think is when you.
no, I got it immediately. Like as
Oh,
soon as I
really?
signed on with the Minutemen, they're like, "Hey, you know what you don't have?
A
A flare gun." But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna shit on the game. My biggest frustrations mainly come from it. I mean, it feeling heavily catered to being a shooter game, like a shooting game, which is fine. It's what it is. But I am not one of those people. Like any of the shooting games I play, typically will have like aim assist or something.
So,
That's called VATS in this game.
Well,
I've been watching this one TikTok live person, or well, I guess she does mostly lives, but she's basically plays Fallout 4 on a like VR set that also has like the not treadmill, but it's the one where you run in place sort of thing, and it's you get your steps and shit in it. But she plays basically as a melee person for that game because she on the treadmill and stuff, so it's kind of hard to really do aiming stuff with the VR too.
right. It was probably more immersive that way.
Oh, it's amazing what she's been able to do with it because she's basically got stuff up to where she could just run straight at people and just knock them clean over. Like
I couldn't do that. My ADHD. I'd be like, focus. Oh God, I'm fat. But no, that has to be really cool.
But yeah, I don't remember the TikTok something fajita. Pizza fajita or something like that.
You're making me hungry, my guy.
Yeah, no, it is a yeah. Actually, whenever that name does come up, I do get hungry for Mexican food.
Fajitas just sound pretty damn good right now.
I actually bought some today.
Real quick, I didn't even finish that last point when I was asking you who you'd side with. So the thing Doug was asking about is you will not find out unless you side with the Brotherhood of Steel. When he was asking you about Liberty Prime.
Oh, okay.
So
YouTube it then.
yeah. If you're not going to side with the Brotherhood of Steel, just go ahead and just YouTube Liberty Prime.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna see where the story goes.
Well, I think you'll get really. It's just really funny, honestly. Just because it's, yeah. Like I said, I'm not trying to ruin it because it's easily ruinable, but at the same time, it's so amazing you gotta see it.
Yeah, all that stuff it's really dependent on like also what quests you do. You know, if you're actually gonna, because like the route you're going on right now, you could very well just never meet anyone else except for like the Institute and the Minutemen, and that's it. Like it's very easy to just do that.
Really? Well, I'll probably. I mean, I'm gonna explore. That's more or less what I've been doing. I haven't been following the story as much.
Yeah, there. I mean, there's a point where the Brotherhood of Steel makes themselves obvious, like they appear. But like, yeah, I'm saying, you could play, have this big moment happen in the game, and then be like, oh, that's cool, and just like keep going.
Yeah.
So it's worth thinking of that stuff, knowing like, oh, there's a route you can go, and then like, yeah, just explore, see if you run into that route.
Mm.
Well, I think also Liberty Prime makes a show in Fallout 3 too.
That is the introduction.
Is that the original one?
Yeah, Liberty.
Okay.
It's also it's the same robot.
Oh, that's hilarious! Oh, that's amazing! Oh, I love Liberty Prime.
Yeah, so I guess that goes with for you too. If you haven't sided with the Brotherhood of Steel and Fallout 4, you should try that.
Yep, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now.
Because there's a lot of drama with that. I'm going to be honest right now, because there's no spoiler alerts for it. But yeah, the Minutemen. There's no drama for that side of the story at all. In the Brotherhood of Steel, there is more drama with that. And then I've always just stolen the railroad shit. And then I know there's drama with the Institute, but I've never sided with them either.
Well, if you're, I mean, I think, I guess I shouldn't say anything so we don't ruin really.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, Fallout 4 has been out for so long, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. We're trying not to spoil it for Alex. You guys, we don't give a fuck if you got spoiled. No. I'll spoil the show too right now. Lucy shows feet. It's funny because it's true too. Like, I'm not even like, I was kidding at first, and then I thought about it. Wait, no, she really does.
No,
Though.
she does, but that's so hilarious. Biggest spoiler of Fallout, everybody.
Dude, remember like foot fetishes used to be weird, and like people used to be shamed for that.
Yep.
I think you still should be shamed for that, but
Fuck no.
No, it's such a meme, and what I love about it is that like I can now sexualize people uh without it being actually sexual. So, for example, Courtney is one of my greatest
Okay.
victims of this. Where I forgot what she said on Facebook, and I was like, "That's nice. Now show us your feet." It's just one of my there's another chick, one of our friends on Facebook, like had a very like emotional rant on something, and I was like, oh god, they're gonna be mad at me, but I have to do it. And I was like, that's so cool. Anyway, show us your feet.
No.
It's that online degeneracy, like when you're on an Instagram reel and you have to read the comments because it's gonna be heinous.
my grandma died. I'm sorry. Show us your feet.
Yeah. So what I got that from is, that, did you guys ever see that video of that lady, like, getting off a plane, and she's like, you guys listen to me right now, but I'm not gonna die on this plane. That person is not real, and then, like, everyone's...
yeah.
So that lady, like, did a public apology, and, like, was like, I'm sorry, I was, like, really out of it, blah blah blah, and, like, someone said, that's okay, honey. Now show us your feet. And that's stuck with me ever since then.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
We're like, why are we so degenerate that like?
I was just gonna say that too. I was like, why humans? Why?
Now, of course, it's a lot more gross if someone said, "Show us your titties." You're like, bro, what the fuck? But shows
Yeah, no,
that's
that's totally.
yeah,
It's kind of funny.
yeah,
I don't know why.
Kind of ridiculous.
What the frick? Oh man.
There's this podcast I listened to with these girls, and they were joking about how they like one of their friends likes feet, so they like send pictures of their feet. And I was like, that's fucking weird when you think about that in context.
Like that's you're giving him like
He's excited by that.
Yeah.
It's unfair because like the regular people are like, I like titties. Why don't they? They're not sending pictures of their cleavage to be like, ha. You like titties,
Yeah. I just... Huh.
Speaking of feet, I just got my feet pedicured yesterday.
My toenails are, they're still not that
You
bad
could use
right now.
one.
No, this is a lot better, dude. They like
All right, look
get,
at the
like-
bad boys. They
Oh,
so
yeah.
pretty. Yeah.
we're in the feeder gross camp. Especially
Mine on.
Yeah. Especially no, I have like insane fucking adamantium toenails that are so hard to clip.
He do though.
Yeah, so yeah, the very that little bit of growth off the toe right there is so much better than like what it gets to. Cuz like if you try to like especially if you try to like keep it like short or whatever, like I don't know, dude, I get like insane ingrown toenails and shit. It sucks,
Like,
yeah.
They don't look so bad now, but there have been times where it's like I kind of want to test it to see if you can climb a tree just using your feet.
No.
and toenails.
the fucking I thought like I don't know the tree would die. You know them
I feel
them
like
shits.
if you went to go get a it was a pedicure, right?
Yep.
If you went and got a pedicure, that poor Asian lady would just start crying.
The Chinese lady, no, they'd all be like, they'd all fucking like sit there and talk and surround my feet, and be like, "What the fuck?" in Chinese.
They'd probably come back with like a grinder at some point and just go to town.
Oh
It's
no,
like a
that's
Dumb and
I
Dumber.
can't do it.
Exactly like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, I can't do a pedicure also because like the like
The
file.
tickle factor?
No,
Or?
well that would suck, but no, like a file would really hurt too.
Ah.
They in there.
I should just remove my toes and have full on Patrick Starfoot steak feet.
There are times it looks like I mean not like I said not now they don't look so bad now, but looks like he's like just starting to turn into a werewolf.
No,
Sometimes.
it's like uh gosh, what's his name? From Where the Wild Things Are, one of the monsters.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
I don't know.
It's a book.
I don't know
didn't
the
read
lore.
that either. It's also a movie, so I don't know.
I think that was when I was in first grade, man.
Yeah, it's a very old
Yeah.
book. The movie, who cares? They botched that.
Movie I didn't even see or worry about.
I saw it in high school because I was excited because I liked the book, and I was like, you guys made this like so boring. Anyways, yeah. So God, oh yeah, we got off Fallout talking about feet. Do you realize that?
Yep.
That is so funny.
Don't
I was
y'all
like, where
love
were we?
it? Because Lucy
You
shows
got off.
her feet.
I didn't. No.
Show me your feet.
So do we want to wait for James for that clip, or are we gonna watch that tonight?
Yeah, we can get into that.
We're gonna take a second then.
Yeah, we
Take
could,
a second, watch these clips.
we
and then we will
well
be
no
right
we
back.
could yeah, you could start pulling it up. So what this really is me wanting to bring up that there is a since we probably already missed our chance with Gypsy Rose, there is a second Gypsy Rose. And this
is that what I'm about to watch?
yes, technically. So so the context here, not this guy in the video you're seeing here.
He's kind of
But-
a victim, really. Oh, a victim.
Well, no, but
Well, no. Did you watch the whole thing?
yes, he is not a victim.
He was definitely taken advantage of.
No, he's just so we'll get to this
let the
guy.
tape
Yeah.
speak for
Yeah,
itself.
we'll get to this guy, but so this is a pretty case of another young girl, dating an older guy, and instead of the mom this time, the dad does not like it, and she really wanted to get away from her dad, and had apparently talked her boyfriend into killing him, and they got the help of this guy, who is like a friend, basically, of the boyfriend. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me set this up. So the girl's name, I have this on the
We
Discord. So
got notes.
let me get the name of the girl first, and we'll get the ages, because the whole thing too is like the dad probably was like, I don't want you dating this guy. He's 19. You're 15. So this second case is Ellie Rose Fryer, 15-year-old girl. Boyfriend Gavin McFarlane, age 19, and this is Russell Jones here in the video, age 22.
Oh, jeez.
So they so to give you the context, the father was murdered with a baseball bat and a machete, and they ran away and apparently brought the body with them before dumping it somewhere together, and they were pulled. We could.
Oh, I wasn't gonna play it for this because it's gonna.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it's just
okay.
gonna
If
be
you want to
bad
pause it first, okay.
background noise.
So if you want to know the full context, I would suggest watching. Well, you could look up Ellie Rose Fryer on YouTube for like the full case.
Yeah.
But basically, they got pulled in by the police because Ellie has two younger sisters who were there at the dad's house. So and she also dramatically said goodbye to her two sisters before running away. So they knew something
Jeez
happened.
Louise.
And also, they woke up to a bunch of blood and their dad missing.
Yeah.
So they had heard they heard Gavin's voice there, and they heard their dad as well before they left. So the police knew right away, find these people. They did, pull them in. And I'll say Ellie put up a good she put up a good fight and trying to play dumb. They knew everything right away. But Gavin, on the other hand, 10 minutes into the interview, was talking to a detective and said the terms, "Yeah, that's what set me off," which immediately was almost like a confession right away that he gave it away that he killed Ellie's dad. Russell, however,
Was Russell the one that
Russell is the one we'll be seeing in the video. Russell is another special case. So he was brought into the interrogation room when he was with the cop. He notices the cameras and he's like, "Hey, like, is that a camera? Yeah. Oh, well, I don't like being recorded." And I was like, "Well, sorry, these are in all the rooms." And he's like, "Okay, well, and they give him a cigarette and they get him some McDonald's, and here is where we're going to be taking off. So, excuse us while we watch the video." And we're back. So,
Jeez,
Holy shit, boys! Right?
Wow. What
yes.
the fuck?
So Russell Jones, or also known, I think they also call him Mike, is he's quite an interesting guy. Took him
What the
14 minutes, maybe 14 minutes to give away his details of the crime. And I believe it took a whole day for them to get anything out of Ellie. Ellie was trying to lie the entire time, not knowing that the people she, talked or convinced into killing her dad gave it away almost immediately.
Well, the thing that really was weird with her was you could tell it wasn't even her normal speaking voice. She was, "Oh, no, I don't know what you're talking about." And it's like, how could lie better? Lie better.
She was trying to like say her name was something else too, and it's like, okay, but they're asking you about your dad and stuff. They know who you are.
Yeah, it's just the way she said it was like she was lying. You can have someone kill your dad, but you can't like lie a little bit.
No, she's 15. She's not built for this. And the thing is like, she lied about the pregnancy. For all we know, she lied about being sexually assaulted by her dad, because she says again and again that he was naked and drunk. He was drunk one night, and he laid down in bed next to her naked and masturbated. Apparently, is what they said. And it's like, that could be true, and in that case, yeah, that is horrible.
Yeah.
That is horrible. It could possibly warrant, because people say pedophiles should be murdered and stuff. But at the same time, I kind of think it was just a dad who is strict with his 15-year-old daughter, saying, "Don't date a 19-year-old guy."
Right.
Yeah.
And she was trying to elicit sympathy from the detective interrogating her, with anything, being like, "He made fun of me for being vegetarian, and he was never nice to me," like that kind of stuff. Like, he was always nice to my sisters, but not me, that kind of thing.
Interesting.
And so she was sentenced, and I almost posted that video. She was sentenced, and like her grandma was like, "That's not fair," because she's got like 25 years. Gavin has life. Once again, the boyfriend is spending their whole lives away. Ellie gets to come out when she's 40, so when if you guys want to marry her, start writing her now. She'll be 40 by the time she gets out. And then Russell, he's getting out in 7 years. So like, they understand. They're like, "Yo, this dude does not belong in prison."
So is he like being committed for 7 years, or is he just being 7 years in prison?
I don't know.
I mean, it might depend on how good he is when he's on his medication.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. Just like, yeah, no, like watching that entire thing. No, that guy was delusional.
He might he might just go to a facility, like a criminal facility.
And that, okay, yeah, that's what I'm, okay.
Yeah, a lot of the time it'll boil down to, will medication help?
Yeah. And it's not just medication. He's extremely autistic, as you could tell. He's just, I've met so many people like that guy. It was crazy.
There are people that I can honestly say that he reminds me of. Just not going to the level he is.
No, and the thing, like, there's so many details that you didn't get to see in that clip. So
Yeah.
when he said that Ellie was his client, and that's because he has a
Protection
company,
service.
yeah, where he's like he protects people, and that's what he wants to do. So he was like explaining to the cop, like, "Oh yeah, I'm a protector," and blah blah blah, and they're like, "Oh, how much do you get paid for that?" Like, because they thought it was an actual job. And he's like, "Oh well, I don't really get paid right now," or something. Like it really like, it dawned on the cop's face, like, "Oh, this guy's fucking what?" So, yeah, that was the thing I wanted to bring up, just because like that basket case.
Dude, and just that like TikTok clip you showed me after all that, man, like that was just like that was bad, and then that was just like holy shit, he's got no sympathy, zero.
Once again, my brother, this is a 3-hour long video.
Ugh.
Yeah, and he's just a small part of that. It is definitely mostly about Ellie. She's definitely like the biggest piece of the puzzle. But I mean, Gavin's the one where you're like, huh, because he gives it away almost immediately within 10 minutes. He's the only one that the criminal psychologist guy thought like, oh, he might actually fucking regret what he does, because like he starts crying. There's a moment where he's like, I just wanted to help, and starts crying. And it's funny because like Ellie cries, they're like, it's sympathy, because she's been trying to get sympathy the whole time. And it's like Russell, he thinks he's in the right. Like that's why he gave away all the details, is because
He was under a contract of some sort.
Yeah. It's like he doesn't care about going to jail because he genuinely thinks he was killing a sex offender or something, like someone who did something wrong.
Right.
Or he thinks that he was going to get out of the jail, like he literally somehow control the situation.
Oh, he 100%, 100%.
100%.
Sorry, guys. It's the thing I do sometimes. Uh, he 100% thought he was going to get out of that.
Yeah.
All of them were going to get out of that.
Yeah. And they thought they were going to try to run away to California, apparently. Like, yeah, they were not prepared whatsoever. Like,
California is the last place you right.
dude. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what state they were in, but they're obviously some fucking like hillbilly, some hillbilly town kids that want to like get out, and things are probably just all bad for them wherever they're at.
Listening to that was Russell
Russell, yeah.
Listening to Russell, yeah, that's just it. I didn't hear any accent or anything to give away like their location. Like literally, he could have been in any city in the.
I actually think they're from the West Coast, but
I wanted to say like Portland.
yeah, like Oregon or
Portland
something.
area, yeah.
But yeah, I think they are like small community kind of thing. But yeah, that's ridiculous. And also, when I watched it, I was like, damn, this is another weird case where this one's not at all as
manipulation and murder.
yeah, it's not at all as nuanced as the Gypsy Rose thing, where it's like it actually makes sense as to why Gypsy did what like she did.
Yeah.
Despite it being wrong.
Yep.
But like, it's still like, well, if you were supposedly like, if she was sexually abused and we're supposed to believe victims, then like, yeah, of course you'd want your dad dead. You'd want a way out of that. But it makes me wonder though, because she got caught lying about so many other things. So it puts all that in the question.
Is I mean, she could be a pathological liar at this point in time, and she
definitely came off that way.
I mean, I only saw Russell. I haven't seen anything of her, so I don't know about her. But like from the sounds of it, it sounds like she's just a pathological liar, and I mean, yeah, believe the victim, but unfortunately in this case, I don't know if she is the victim or not.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's another one of those amazing criminal cases where you're just like, Jesus, what is going on?
Yeah.
Oh God. On a totally unrelated one, I was watching this one maybe 3 or 4 months ago, where these kids, like these guys, they basically got away with murder, right? But one of their buddies that they had kind of like, the main guy opened up to him about what he did, and he was in this like awful position now because it's like, oh, he's a confessed murderer telling me what he did, and then he got away with it, and it was like over like $30,000 that like the girl that they had murdered had found, like their mom had stashed away.
Jeez.
So this guy was working with the police to catch these fucking kids, and oh, it was there were so many fucking twists and turns. Like you couldn't really nail either of these guys because they had everything so well done and taken care of.
Is that the one where the search party went by where the body was and they didn't find it at first?
I don't think they ever found the body.
Okay, well, yeah, there is a. That sounds a lot like a different case.
I remember hearing about that case
where like the killer was a part of the search party,
Yep.
and he like literally brought them close to the body, but it's like they didn't go down this one path, and had they gone down that path, they would have found the body.
Yeah, I don't think that was the case. I don't think they ever found her.
Oof.
That's
Yeah.
I kind of find it hard to believe that they didn't find her, but that's just because like forensics are so crazy these days. Like there's this documentary that came out years ago about this little girl that went missing like a good decade ago, and they found like the perpetrator recently.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't find her, but they found the perpetrator. Like they found the guy who got they caught the guy who did it. That's I think it's the missing or Madeline McCann's her name. I forgot the documentary might be the missing case of Madeline McCann or something like that. It's insane though.
Do you know if it's on one of the services? Or...
Yeah, it was a Netflix documentary,
Okay.
so you're probably not gonna see it unless you have Netflix already. I ain't paying for it. And they don't they are the only ones that really locked or enforce the password sharing bullshit. And it's like I'm not gonna pay for it.
Right.
Like no, you lost a customer a long time ago. When what was it like? You guys increased the prices like the first time.
Yep. And then I think they're trying to bring ads into it now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Sorry. I'm sure the Avatar show might be cool or whatever, but I'm not that interested.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I really liked it. If you want to use my Netflix, you can.
I'm gonna have to watch that. Yeah.
I put it on when I was in San Diego, like at our Airbnb, but I was like, I just don't care.
Well, all I'll say is they casted really well for that show.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I don't think Avatar really translates to like live action very well, but like for what they did as far as like what I saw with visual effects and stuff, it was like much better than the first movie, you know.
Right.
But it's just like, yeah, it's sorry, story's too grand. There's obviously so many corners they had to cut to get the freaking to get what they did down. I think like they still got like the first book, the first book as they call it, uh adapted in full technically, but there's still a bunch of stuff caught.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there are things they definitely had to cut out to make room for what they were doing. Obviously, you can't do that much unless you're. I mean, it'd take years, and these kids have to look around the same age by the end of the story. So,
Or unless you're a multi-million-dollar company and take
CGI.
had years to prepare and film more episodes than they did.
exactly. But I mean, for what it is, I think they capture the spirit of the thing really well. I mean, like I said, everyone was casted real well. Aang sounds like Aang. Sokka is probably the best casting, I thought. Did you watch the?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to though.
Definitely should. I think you'll like it.
I've just been rewatching the original animated series. So.
Yeah, I'm more excited to see. I think Netflix is doing a lot more with Nickelodeon. There's supposed to be like a Avatar series coming, like an actual the animators are doing something, and
Oh, okay.
I think that was supposed to be slated for 2025.
Oh, that'll
And
be awesome. Like they're going after Korra, or
I think it's actually before, like Aang.
oh, okay, so they're going back.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
supposed to
that'll be
be.
fun.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be a different Avatar. But I've also heard rumors that they were gonna do almost a connecting between Aang and Korra. So
I mean, I'd really like to know what happened with the whole Zuko's mom plot that they just kind of dropped at the end of the show.
The the original one or the Korra?
The original
Really?
show.
I'll have to. I'm about to find that one out.
Like
boys.
Zuko was gonna go look for his mom.
Oh, was that at the end of
That was at
everything?
the end of everything.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure Zuko's in Legend of Korra too. So they had a chance to
Well,
like.
yeah, but I also don't recall him ever saying he found his mom or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
like, no, your entire
Yeah.
plot point there, I'm just like, wait, what? Woo!
Yeah, no, I remember seeing that the first time and being like, all right, so you ended it there. Like I know that there's a book.
He went to go find his mom and he instead found an armada.
Yeah, likely.
Well, that's that. I mean, from Avatar to Korra, that's pretty much what happened. He just became the what was it like? He's like the admiral of the entire Fire Nation, I think.
Well, I mean, he still became the Fire Lord.
Yeah, he's the Fire Lord, I
Oh,
believe. Yeah.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
I was way off.
See, one thing I was always expecting them to do a more Star Wars like thing, but like in reverse. And I'm surprised they didn't do it. Because in the show, Aang defeats the Fire Lord. I thought Zuko was gonna do it, like
That would have been cool too.
like the way Darth Vader defeats Palpatine. To save his son. It's like now
Yeah.
the son attacks his father to save the hero, kind of thing. I always think about that, where it's like, damn, he never got him back for that scar. And I
But-
thought that was such a big thing in the story.
I do think it was a very big growing point though for Aang, because I think that was the first person he's ever like he didn't kill him, but he took away his powers. Didn't he?
That was his, yeah.
Yeah, so like, but in a sense, he's never killed anybody or taken away somebody's powers. So like, that was kind of his growing point of I've really become this higher level Avatar as opposed to just being Aang.
Right. Well, I mean, going to the Zuko thing, his story seemed much more the path of redemption than that of revenge. Anyways.
Yeah. But one thing that goes with redemption is defeating people who defeated you, which he didn't do when he never defeated his father.
Yeah.
But
he did undermine him every.
yeah, did he defeat the Fire Nation? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I saw Azula as more threatening than anything else for him.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
definitely.
I mean, Ozai, sure, but he was always gonna be the Avatar's problem, I thought.
yeah.
Well, no, because like the whole thing, his whole gripe in the show before they even introduced Azula was with his father. It wasn't about it. Was like the whole reason he even cared about the Avatar was because his father.
Yeah.
So like that was his baggage, and yes, it is true because because Uncle Iroh and stuff, he just lets it go. That's why they had to introduce Azula. It's because they just wrote in there like, nah, Zuko got over it. He started serving tea, which is like the most realistic,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it is.
He's like he got a job and got over that shit, And it's like imagine Berserk ends that way. Guts is like, yeah, I just work construction now.
He could. And he'd be pretty good at it.
He's just a steel worker.
I mean, lift
He'd be the
that giant
crane.
ass sword. He can be lifting everything.
He is the crane.
That's one of those things actually where the way a lot of people do like because most themes will be like, oh, it's redemption they're looking for, or not redemption, revenge they're looking for, but you get something else. I actually think Berserk is one of those things, and I think a lot of the fans are going to be so mad when that happens, especially because like the original creator died. So whoever, because there's another mangaka or whatever they're called, like writing it, and they went on a hiatus writing it too again because like
For Berserk?
yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna be so mad and be like, this is you ruined it. Because a lot of people think it's just gonna be like a revenge thing, and it's like I don't think that's gonna be the case because there was such a weird romance between those two characters, even though they're two men that are like not in love, but there is like a weird romance between
There's
Griffith.
a weird romance.
There is like there's something between Griffith and Guts that is like a huge part of the story where I'm like, I don't think it's gonna end with just a fight and death. It's like, you know, it's gonna be like it would be more than that. I think
They're gonna start rival corporations. That's how Yu-Gi-Oh starts.
Yeah. Oh God, Yu-Gi-Oh. I forgot that was a. Well, I mean, I knew it was like a thing, but I mean, I forgot that was like an anime and stuff.
Yeah, I never really got into it. I've played a couple times with Gilbert, but that's about the extent of my Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge.
I just liked the Dark Magician. That was it. Dark Magician was cool.
Dark Magician was a really cool looking one. I never really got why the Blue Eyes White Dragon was like so bamf. It looked so fucking plain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the art's really cool for the Blue Eyes White Dragon, but like, it's just basically an orca. That's the way. That's what I see.
With wings.
Yeah. The one thing I think's really funny now I'm thinking about it is also like the Dark Magician had this cool ass staff, but in the show he like sticks his hand out to like
yeah, he doesn't use his staff fucking at all.
Motherfucker doesn't like shoot beams or anything. He just raises his hand, the screen shatters. Oh man,
we're nerds.
Yes, we are nerds. If the Fallout, the half-hour Fallout discussion didn't tell you guys that.
This definitely did it.
And Alex had already said before jumping into that, this isn't the Fallout episode, so prepare yourselves.
Well,
The Fallout episode is coming. Also, another quick Fallout tidbit for you guys. If you guys haven't done a low intelligence playthrough, do it.
Oh yeah, no, so actually I just started a game of Fallout 4, and I'm going to be doing the Idiot Savant route, where basically you just triple your XP anytime you level.
Oh yeah, I hate that perk because the sound.
See, I think it's really funny when it happens, but for me, it's like I don't like it. Well, okay, so I'm being super anal retentive about it. So like I'm quick saving a lot, so that way whenever I get to a point where it's like I might be getting a shit ton of XP for this, quick save XP. If it doesn't do Idiot Savant, then I just I reload and then do it again until I get Idiot Savant.
Oh my god. No, so by the way, like, you remember that laugh the guy did for that shark earlier? Yeah, imagine that just happening like when you're fucking hitting somebody with a bat. And you
amazing.
You know what? I think I've heard that sound before.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think Aaron had that perk when he was playing Fallout.
Oh wait, no, it's
There's so many. There's so many sounds. It's ridiculous, dude.
Oh, they do have. Oh.
Yeah. Unlike there's that Grim Reaper sprint perk where it's just the bell tolling and that's it. Yep. So that gets really annoying. But no, that one's like a couple different noises and you're just like, God damn it. Because like I'm just like in a gunfight and he's like, just like randomly. And imagine it's late at night and you're trying not to like blast shit on TV and suddenly like it's somehow the loudest. Yeah, just the loudest shit in the house. And you're like, fuck.
Stealth mission.
Well, on that note, do we have anything to plug, gentlemen?
My anus. I mean, my Amazon. No. In the in the shadows of the forest. It's that book I wrote. I actually have another book. I'm almost finished with editing. 20 pages left. Well, at least the first edit. There's a lot of stuff I want to add into that. And then also the remaining few that's on Kindle Vella. I have 3 chapters of that so far, and then I should be finishing the 4th chapter this week. And then my writing YouTube, Chuck Bailey 2059. You'll find it. Just search that, with the @ symbol. And then Twitch and YouTube, Filth Planet. It's my gaming. Please, if you have a Twitch, just follow me.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get 50 followers now so I can get affiliate eventually when I get more viewers.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
You know what else you should do? You should also go to James's link in the description and help him become Minnesota House Representative.
Of House 1A.
Yeah, 1A. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he would was gonna want to plug that since he wasn't here. But
Of course, we gotta plug it.
We gotta plug it.
he's got shirts. He's got stickers. Be a Minnesota friend.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for my shirt to come in.
Yeah, he's got that stuff.
I'm gonna wear that motherfucker all over the place.
I believe there's a video coming soon. That he was. I think he said there's something.
Yeah, he has some things coming semi soon, I think.
For the political stuff, not the Prime video, not the Prime drink one.
And his OnlyFans. Only feet.
Only feet.
Only feet.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed tonight. Anyways,
Thank you
pull
for
them
joining
dogs
us.
out. Show us your toes. Go on.
Lucy's feet are on the screen.
Pull them. Just. No one's here. It's just you and me. Just show us your feet. It's okay.
Nice.
Get them soles out. Do it.
Do it.
Show me your toes. Just do. Come on.
Do it.
Don't be scared now. Do
Do
it. Throw some elbow in there too while you're at it.